Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome. I welcome you all to this lecture in the course Sandhi in Paninian Grammar. In this lecture we continue studying Hal Sandhi or the consonant Sandhi. Hal Sandhi is the Sandhi that substitutes a consonant. Hal is a consonant. We stated that this Hal Sandhi can be broadly classified into two, Ekasthanika Ekadesha and Ekasthanika Dvyadesha. This is more or less similar to what we did in the Ach Sandhi. However, Ach Sandhi has Dvisthanika Ekadesha, Hal Sandhi has Ekasthanika Dvyadesha. So, Ekasthanika Ekadesha means one substituent replaced by one substitute, and Ekasthanika Dvyadesha means one substituent replaced by two substitutes. Ekasthanika Ekadesha can be also classified under two heads, Purvanimittaka Ekasthanika Ekadesha and also Paranimittaka Ekasthanika Ekadesha. So, Paranimittaka Ekasthanika Ekadesha is explained in this manner: A plus B in the Samhita mode. B is Para, A is Purva. In the environment of B, which is Para, A is substituted by C. So, this is Paranimittaka Ekasthanika Eka Adesha. So, A plus B is the input and C plus B is the output. And we are studying the Shtutva Sandhi in this regard. We studied the Sutra Shtunashtuhu. The Sutra Shtunashtuhu consists of two padas, Shtuna and Shtuhu. 8441. Shtuna is 3/1 of Shtu. Shtu is composed of two elements, Sh and Tu. Tu means Tavarga, that is Tathadadhana. Shtuna means in association with or in combination of. Shtuhu is 1/1 of Shtu. And Stoho is 6/1 of Stu. Stu means Sa and Tu. Tu means Tavarga, that is Tatha Dadha Na. Stoho means in place of Stu. The word Stoho continues from 8440. All this put together, the sutra means in the close proximity of sounds, in the combination of Sh and Tu, in place of Stu, substitute Sh and Tu. Again, in the close proximity of sounds, that is Samhitayam, in the combination of Sh and Tu, that is Shtu, and Tu stands for Tavarga, Tathadadhana. In place of Stu, that is Sa and Tu, Tu means Tavarga, Tavarga stands for Tathadadhana, substitute Sh and Tu, that is Tavarga, that is Tathadadhana. We also noted that there is the principle of Yathasankhya that is playing an important role in this particular sutra. We noted that in this sutra there is Yathasankhya relation between Sthani and Adesha. or karyi and karya, and no yathasankhya relation exists between the nimitta, environment and the sthani, or nimitta, environment and the adesha. There is no yathasankhya relationship between nimitta and karyi as well as nimitta and karya. This is extremely important. This can be shown in the form of a diagram in this manner. If we have shtu plus sa, where shtu is the purva nimitta and sa is the sthani, this sa is substituted by sh, so we have shtu plus sh as the output. Similarly, we have shtu plus na as the input, and this na will be substituted by the corresponding fifth consonant in the ta varga, namely na. Similarly, if you have paranimittaka ekasthanika ekadesha, where you have sa followed by shtu, and this sa will then be substituted by sh, and ta plus shtu, if this is the input, then this ta will be substituted by the corresponding first member of ta varga, namely ta. Similarly, if you have da plus shtu, da will be substituted by the corresponding third consonant of ta varga, namely da. So, da plus shtu will be the input, da plus shtu will be the output. We also noted down the meaning of shtuna. This is instrumental singular of shtu, which is a very peculiar usage, because this indicates the environment for the substitution to take place, yes, but this case neither indicates only one of the environments, either the left hand side or the right hand side. Rather, it indicates both left hand side as well as right hand side environments for this substitution to take place. So, shtu will be both left hand side as well as right hand side environment for shtutva sandhi to take place. So, if we have shtu plus stu, where shtu is the left hand side environment, purva nimittaka, and so this stu will still be substituted by shtu, and this is called purva nimittaka ekasthanika ekadesha. And if we have stu plus shtu, where shtu is the paranimitta, still this stu will be substituted by shtu, and the output would be shtu plus shtu. This is called paranimittaka ekasthanika ekadesha. Here are the template examples. We have tathadadhana plus sh, and the substitution is tathadadhana plus sh. And then the right hand side environment changes. In place of sh comes ta, and the output is tathadadhana, same, and then tha as the right hand side environment, and then da, and then dha, and then na. In all these cases, ta varga is substituted by ta varga. Let us take each and every template examples and then study the specific examples. First, we have tathadadhana followed by sh, and the template output is tathadadhana plus sh. In fact, this template and its examples are negated by 8443, namely toshi. But this negation indicates that it is expected from the meaning of 8441. Only then the negation becomes valid. So, we have toshi, in which toho is 6-1 of 2, meaning in place of 2. She is 7/1 of sh, meaning immediately before sh. Na is not. Shtuhu is the word that continues. This is 1/1 of shtu, meaning substitute shtu. Put together, This sutra means immediately before sh consonant. Tu, that is ta varga, that is tatha dadha na, is not substituted by tu or ta varga, that is tatha dadha na. So, if we have san plus shashtha, where there is na here followed by sh here, still 8441 cannot apply here because of na plus sh combination. This is an environment of shtunashtuhu, but still it does not apply because of this particular sutra 8443. So, san shashtha is not affected, is not Paninian. What it means is san shashtha remains as it is, san shashtha. There is no sandhi that takes place. Now let us look at some other examples. We have ta followed by ta. So we have tat plus tika. So here this ta is substituted by ta. So we have tat tika and tat tika. Similarly, we have agnimat plus teka, and the output generated is agnimat teka first, then this tha is substituted by ta, agnimat teka, finally agnimat teka. Then we have purabhid plus tepa, and this da is substituted by da, so we have purabhid plus tepa, and then this da is substituted by ta, and so finally we get the form purabhit tepa. Then we have yudha plus teka, and this dha will be first substituted by dha, and then will be substituted by ta, and finally you will get the form yut teka. Then we have rajan plus tankaka, where this na will be substituted by na, and rajan plus tankaka. Further, there is no process that is possible. Then we have tathadadhana plus tha as the input. 84 and 41 applies, and the output generated is tathadadhana plus tha. So we have sat plus thakka as a compound. So samhita is obligatory, and so the output generated by 8441 is sat plus thakka. When we join them together, we get the form sat thakka. Similarly, we have mat plus thakka, and the output generated is mad plus thakka, and then mat plus thakka, and then finally mat thakka. Similarly, you have marud plus thakkura, and marud has got the, which is substituted by the by this sutra, marud plus thakkura. Then this da is substituted by ta, marut thakkura. When we join them together, we get marut thakkura. Then we have yudha plus thakkura, in which yudha is substituted by da, yud plus thakkura. Finally, da is substituted by ta, and you get yut plus thakkura. That is yut thakkura. And finally, the sandhi that happens in between two padas, we have san plus thakaraha. Both these padas are separate, and this is part of the sentence. So this is a sentential combination, san plus thakaraha, and so we get san plus thakaraha, and then we get san thakaraha as the finally derived output. Next is tathadadhana plus da, and the output generated by the application of 8441 is tathadadhana plus da. Examples are sat plus dama, and the output generated is sad plus dama, and then we have saddama. Then we have math plus dema, and the output generated is mud plus dema, that is mud dema. Then we have tad plus damaru, and this d is substituted by d, so we have tad and damaru, and finally we have tad damaru as a compound. Then we have yud plus dep, and the output generated is yud plus dep, and finally we have yud dep. Lastly, we have an example of a sentential combination where we have sun plus dithaha, sun plus dithaha, and this na will be substituted by na, so we have sun dithaha, that would be the output. Next we have tathadadhana plus dh, sat plus dhundhi, this is a compound, so samhita is obligatory. And so we have sad plus dhundhi, finally we have sad dhundhi, where ta is substituted by ta first and then d. So we have sad plus dhundhi, sad dhundhi. Finally we have math plus dhal, and we have mud dhal. Then we have ud plus dhaukate, and we have the being substituted by d, and we have uddhaukate. Then we have yudh plus dhakka, and the will be substituted by dh and yud plus dhakka, and we will get the form yuddhakka. Finally we have sun plus dhakaraha. This is an example of the external sandhi happening between two padas. So we have na substituted by na, so we have san dhakaraha, san dhakaraha. Then we have examples where tatadadhana is followed by na, and the output generated is tathadadhana followed by na. So the examples are like this: sat plus nakara, and ta will be substituted by ta. So we have sat plus nakara, and then some other rules will apply, and we'll convert the ta into na, and so we'll get san plus nakara, that is san nakara. There is no other natural word that begins with na, and therefore the most common word, that is nakara, is the only example that we could take in this particular case. So math plus nakara, and tha will be substituted by d plus nakara, and d will be substituted by na, and so we'll get the form man nakara. Similarly, yad nakara, the will be substituted by d first, then by na first, and so we'll get yan nakara. Similar is the case with yudha plus nakara. The will be first substituted by d, and so we have yud plus nakara, and then d will be substituted by na, and we'll get yun nakara. Similarly, we have sun plus nakaraha. This is part of a sentence. So this na will be substituted by na, and we'll get san nakaraha as the output form. Now we look at the Purva Nimittaka examples where we have ta plus tathadadhana, tha plus tathadadhana, etc. as the output, and ta plus tathadadhana as the output. So if we have t plus tatha dadha na, the examples for this template are negated by 8442. 8442 says na padantat toranam. Na means not. Padantat is 5/1 of padanta at the end of a pada. Toho means immediately after tu. The words toho and stuhu are continued. Stoho means in place of stu, that is sa and tu means tavarga, that is tatha dadha na. And stuhu has got a meaning substitute stu, which is composed of sha and tavarga, and tavarga means tatadadhana. So the meaning of napadantat toranam is the following. Immediately after tu, which comes at the end of a pada, stu is not substituted by stu except nam. In this exceptions, two more words are added by the Vartikakara, namely Navati and Nagari. Anam Navati Nagari Nam iti Vachyam. The words Navati and Nagari are also to be added to the list begins with Nam. So, in these three words, the sound na does not get substituted by na. So, if we have shat plus nam, and we have shat plus nam, na being substituted by na, and so the negation na padantat toho does not apply and na is substituted by na. So, we have shat plus nam and then ta is substituted by shat shan plus nam, and so we get shan nam. Ta is substituted by na. Similarly, we have shat plus navati. So, na padantat toranam would negate the shtutva of na, but because of anam navati nagari namiti vachyam, this sutra does not apply in this case. So, shat plus navati, and we have stunashtuhu applying shat plus navati, and then shan plus navati, that is shannavati. Similarly, shat plus nagari, stunashtuhu does apply because of the negation napadantat toranam, and so we get shat plus nagari, that is shannagari. So, we have a peculiar case over here in these examples, where stunashtuhu was stating the substitute of na in place of na in these three words, napadantat toho was negating it, and anam reinstated the natva. Here are the observations. Jhalam Jashonte plays an important role in these sandhi derivations. By 8239, which means at the end of a pada, jhal, that is all consonants minus the fifth as well as yava, ra and la, is substituted by jash, that is the third consonant. This 8239 is arranged before 8441, and thereby 8239 applies first. And in most of the cases, substitutes 1, 2, 3 and 4 of 2 into its third consonant. And then this third consonant becomes an input to 8441 and is substituted by the third of the set of the substitute, namely the tavarga, that is da. In case of the right hand side environment of 5 is 2, that is na, then this output of 8441 becomes an input of 8445, yaro nunasike nunasikova, and then this output substitutes the third and the fifth consonant of 2, namely the and na, by the fifth of the 2, that is tavarga, namely na. Given this interrelation of rules, part of 8441 enjoys redundancy. This will be the case in case of other rules as well which deal with the Hal Sandhi. Arrangement of rules dealing with Hal Sandhi is made in the Asiddha Kanda, in the Ashtadhyayi or in the Paninian grammar. This is a hallmark of Paninian grammar. And finally, almost all the examples of this Hal Sandhi are those of external, as was the case earlier, that is sandhi between two padas, either as part of the sentence or a compound. Very few internal sandhi environments are such that they fulfill the conditions of application of 8441. Thank you for your patience.